Hey guys, and welcome to an episode of Madden 20 Franchise. So, I've been a year into this team now, and although I wanted to record some of it for the first season, I didn't get the chance to. But it does mean that I've been able to have a little bit of a play around with the difficulty and just get used to the game and that sort of thing. So, I'm no longer completely useless. So, we'll start off by looking at the roster, looking at some of the best players we have in the team, and then just looking at the general team as well, and also look at some of the players that we've brought in. So, to start off with, we have Kenny Stills as our best player, who is absolutely incredible. He's got superstar X Factor development. He is insane on all of his stats, and he has the Most ability, so he can make a pretty good set of 55 plus yard catches. And he has to just make, I think it's 3 30-yard catches in order to get that ability. Next up we have Laramie Tunsil, who is pretty much the only good person on my offensive line in the first season. It was very frustrating just having to go through him all the time. But that's been resolved now, as you'll see soon. We've got Xavier Howard as a cornerback, who's a superstar development. I like him very much as well. And he's pretty much the only cornerback that I have that much faith in, to be honest. The other guys don't seem to be that good. And Brian Beluga is a guy that I brought in on free agency, so he's only been with the team for pre-season. Minka Fitzpatrick is another good player, young free safety, already with the Dolphins, or he is at the start of this roster anyway. Again, pretty happy with him as well at the moment. He's doing okay. He doesn't seem to be as strong in the tackle as I'd want him to be. Only 78 hit power, and he's only a free safety, but it'd be real nice if we can get that hit power up a bit more and he can proper go in for someone if we wanted him to. Devontae Parker is a great wide receiver. He's developing a decent amount. Been in the league quite a while now, and he did pretty well last year, although Kenny Stills is obviously the big one. We've got Peyton Barber as the halfback running back. This guy is amazing. So I signed him in the free agency partway through the season, just before it closed, and he was absolutely amazing. He only started off as normal development, but he was just getting so much better than the other halfback who they have, and I can't remember his name, but he was much better than him. He was proper getting in all the time, doing really well. At one point he was hitting yardage that no other player was hitting on receiving, never mind running, and so I just decided to keep him in and instead to get rid of the other guy. So we did have a look at his. If you have a look at his stats, so he's got almost half the attempts that he had in 2018, and yet the same, if not more, rushing yards, better average, more touchdowns, over double the rushing average per game, 10 broken tackles, only 1 fumble, 142 yards after contact, and a longest run of 65 yards. So been very impressed with Barber, and that's why he's here instead of the Dolphins halfback, who I can't remember. So Raekwon McMillan is a great superstar dev young linebacker. I very much like him, and he is pretty much the strong man in our linebacker team. He is out for 2 weeks at the moment now. He got an injury just at the end of pre-season, so not too happy about that, but should get an ability slot soon. He's very close to getting upgrading his overall to an 80, and we should see what his overall is. So his abilities, sorry, not his overall. So we got, looking down, we're going to skip for a few of these now. So Christian Wilkins, defensive tackle, looks very good for the future. Only been around for a year, and he does look pretty good. I think he's star development. Yes, he's star development. We've got Will Hernandez, who I got on the free agency. We needed a left guard. I was hoping to get one in the draft, and we didn't. But that's fine. We brought this guy in on free agency, star development, close to getting upgraded already, and he'll improve every single time. So our other outside linebacker, Jerome Baker, also happy with him. Another guy that should improve quite a bit in the future. Only normal development, but still, only 23, not been here very long. Our top draft pick was Tua, the quarterback. We needed a quarterback. Rosen wasn't that great, and Fitzpatrick is very old. So even if I wasn't getting rid of Rosen, I'd want a quarterback in. And I like Tua. He's good. He's got great power. He's got a little bit of speed to him, not a lot, but a little bit, which should help him a little bit in maybe getting out of the pocket a little bit, or just trying to move around a little bit. Rosen and Fitzpatrick are both extremely slow, so that was a bit of a problem. Hopefully he has Superstar or even Superstar X Factor. I don't know. We'll find out once he gets the 500 downs. But hopefully he can become very good for us. Next up, we have Robert Windsor, defensive tackle from Penn State. He was a second round pick 10. It wasn't an important one to go for, but I remember seeing him that he was a first round talent, and he had zero people coming in for him. They didn't seem that bothered by him, so I thought, you know what, I'll get him in. He looks good, and that sort of age, that's pretty good if you ask me. Only normal development, but getting better and better hopefully by the day. One of the disappointments of our draft was Calvin Throckmorton, out from Oregon. When we were scouting this guy, he looked like he might be quite decent, but not the best. 39th ranked right guard in the league's not terrible, considering he's actually going to be a backup to one of the other draftees. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed for him. He was round 2, so to get a player like that was a real disappointment. But we made up for it by going for this guy. I'll talk about him first. Alex Leatherwood, the 6'6" centre from Alabama. Hidden potential, so star or better, we just don't know yet. Strong, good at the run block and the pass block, good impact blocking. He's actually got a bit of speed to him as well, which is quite surprising for a player of his, stature. So, quite interesting. We brought him in, I want to say 3rd round. No, 1st round. So I think he was due to go in the 3rd round, but I didn't want to take that risk. So I picked him up in the 1st round, and boy, my God, I did, because he was one of the best players in the draft. Which just leaves one more, which is Charlie Heck. So at first, this guy was a tackle. He was a right tackle, and 6'8", 327 pounds from North Carolina, 90 strength, 83 toughness. This guy he's big and he's powerful. So at first he was going to be right tackle, but then we brought in a decent right tackle already. So, and right guard wasn't that good. Throckmorton was a bit of a disappointment, and Heck was about 68 or 69 as a tackle. So I thought, you know what, we'll see if he's a guard. We'll see what his overall is like as a guard. Switched him over to a guard, and he actually went up, and he's our first choice guard now. So he'll be protecting Tua's blind side, with Tua being left-handed. We've got Tunsil, Hernandez, Leatherwood, Heck, Balaja, and Gesicki at the front. But we've also got Allen, who seems to be a very decent tight end. He got quite a lot of receiving yards for me last season. Obviously, Stills will play when he's not injured, but at the moment he is out injured and is out injured for about 6 more weeks, which is very disappointing. But we will live without him. So we'll have Parker and Wilson, with our backups being Yakin Grant and Hearns. And then our halfback, we've got Barber, backed up by Belange, and Pumphrey Jr. if needed, but he probably won't be needed. McBride's there, but he's the fullback rather than the halfback. And then we've got Tua, backed up by Fitzpatrick. And our defence looks like this. So usually we'd see McMillan as the middle linebacker, but he's injured and is out for 2 more weeks. So we've got Ray, who we brought in on the free agency. We've got Baker, either side then of McMillan. And then as a strong safety, we've got Jones, and as the free safety, we've got Fitzpatrick. We've got Xavier Howard as one cornerback, Rowe as a second cornerback. And then we've got Claiborne and Harris as the ends, next to the tackles of Wilkins and Godshaw. Not forgetting that as the backup, we do have Windsor. And I would like to see him maybe get involved a little bit. So at some point, I may put him up in the lineup above Godshaw. And we are playing the vertical power run. And the playbook is... I really need to start remembering these names a bit more. But yeah, so it's built on a power run West Coast scheme. But I may actually change this because in the pre-season I wasn't really getting the sort of things that I wanted from this. But the problem is I can't remember what the last playbook was that I was running. Short and intermediate level passing. Do we want that with Stills? Especially when he's got Most? I think I'll go for Buffalo. I know it's just the next one I've used, but both zone and power run plays while attacking defences in a variety of ways in the passing game. Our running game's not amazing. I mean, Barber's decent, but it's not amazing, so I think I'll stick with that for this game. So I am playing on all Madden, and it's not gone too well in the first few weeks, so if I seem absolutely terrible, that's why. Let's try and give Dolphin fans something that they'd enjoy. So they are a better team. We are expected to lose this game, or you would usually expect us to lose this game. And it is on all Madden, and I have been struggling a little bit, but not massively in pre-season. I mean, on All Pro, I was battering teams that I shouldn't be beating. I was beating the Patriots by 3 or 4 touchdowns, which shouldn't be happening. But then in one of the pre-season games, in the playoffs, I decided to go up to all Madden, and then got beat by about 4 touchdowns by the 49ers. So we'll see how this goes.
This is Madden football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins. We'll get straight into it. So Baltimore will kick to us, and we will take the return, and I'll take the knee. So otherwise this will be an hour's game, so I'll give you guys the highlights, and hopefully you can, from there, see most of the game, and hopefully not see me get absolutely battered. So look at that offensive line now, though, it's so much better. At one point they were all like mid-60s except for Tunsil, and it was just so frustrating to get anything done. There is one move that I really want, and I can't remember what playbook it's from, and I'll have to check, because every time I did it, granted it was on All Pro, Stills would catch every time, thanks to one of his abilities. And that's Tua's first throw of his career, and that's a 9-yard receive, and we get the first down. Come on, Parker. Oh, he's dropped it. See, Stills would have had that. I probably should have gone possession, but Stills would have had that. An outside zone in general was working really well for us. That's ain't going to work now, is it? Oh no, it's working. And Peyton Barber with a beautiful rush there of about 13 yards. And that's why we need to keep running run plays, because even though, the team isn't amazing at them, every now and then Barber just goes. And when he goes, he's off. That is a big knock, but Gesicki gets it. And Parker, great throw, great catch. I do wonder how Rosen would have played in this team with a better offensive line. Because Rosen was better than Tua, I think, by a couple of overalls, but obviously Tua will become better much quicker. But it would have been interesting to see. Here we go, can we get the first touchdown? Oh! We're on the goal. Tua's had a great start, the offensive line's had a great start, everybody's had a great start. Oh no, bad pass. And it's intercepted. That's the sort of stuff I can't do. We can get him to punt quickly. I mean, I'd love a safety, but it's not going to happen. If we can stop him from getting through here and force a punt, I'm happy. No, he hasn't. No. Oh, no. Oh. See, that's the problem with Lamar Jackson. And that's just ruined all that good potential that we had there. And there we go. Maybe I should have covered a bit better, but that is frustrating. 2 moves, and they're all the way up the field. And that was all from my interception. I need to be more careful. I'm too eager to stop the running play. Need to make sure to cover the passes with those safeties. I'm confident enough of Parker hitting this. Just needs to be quick. He's got it. Tua was this close to getting sacked, but we got it off. And Gesicki gets the first down. And Gesicki, oh, Gesicki, what? the hell are you playing at? Oh, we can just run an excellent here. I think I will. I think I will, if you don't mind. Oh, to his first sack. Alright, McBride, I guess you're my guy. Maybe not. Did he? Oh, I thought he got it. Let's play this cover 2 play, and this time let's actually cover with my safety. That would be the correct thing to do. I hate Lamar Jackson. This man seriously irritates me. No, 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 no. Get him, get him, get him. No! Oh. Come on! 80 yards on 3 rushes. Oh, that's a good catch. Wasn't really much going on there, but that was a good catch.
This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw.
Oh, come on! You're a mess, Gesicki. Yes! Get in! Shane Ray from free agency gets the sack. Again. Track him. Oh, you really should have done something then to put him off. Defence just isn't on it properly at the moment. 3rd and 4. They'll probably run it. They're going to run it here. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Lamar Jackson again. 3 wide receivers, so... yeah, it goes to him, and it's a first down. Because you can't track the run, can you? You just can't do it. No, shed him. Come on. Christ. No, come on. 3 touchdowns in the first half. We should have had at least 1, but we had a stupid interception. No, 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 no! Jump! Just jump! Get stuffed. He's got it. Guess it's either Wilson or Grant. No, no, no! Tua, no! And he's sacked.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs.
1 sack. All game. Basically nothing when it comes to patting it out of someone's hands or anything. Every person is completely wide open every time. Come on! Easy for him. Because at this point now he'll just run through. Or he'll make an insane pass. Finally we keep him to just a field goal. Having no Stills and no McMillan is absolutely murdering us. Finally. It's the first time, actually in ages, since probably that very first bloody run, that I felt like we were actually doing something of note. Gesicki, get in front of him! Come on!
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw.
Oh! Another 4th down. Oh my God, just tackle him. Unbelievable that they've recovered that fumble. 200 rushing yards for them. All but like 20 of them being done by their own quarterback. Get him. Come on. Finally. We're not going to win this game or even get close, but I'd just like to get some points on the board. Jesus Christ, Parker, just get in front of it. Use your body. Look at us, pinned in on our own bloody line. I'm throwing this ball straight to Parker and we're getting a 1st down. I know he's a rookie, I know it's his first proper game, but what the hell was that? Jesus Christ, just cover him! The hell is going on? No, he's got it. Another touchdown. At this point, I'm happy for us to lose by about 50. And you think, is it worth going back to All-Pro? Because I'm getting battered on Madden, on All Madden. But then when you go on to All-Pro, they just can't hit any passes. They don't get anywhere, they can't defend you. And you end up battering teams that are much better than you. And he's missed again. 3 tackles. 3 bloody tackles. Oh, we know what's happening here though, don't we? Oh, there we go. 1 man to cover in the entire field. I've got... the rest of them are fine. But no. 1 stupid man can't figure it out. And that was not a 1st down. 4th and inches, and they'll punt this because they've got nothing to lose. Outside zone doesn't work, inside zone doesn't work, slants don't work past the first play. What the hell am I meant to do here, really? No, there was literally nowhere to go there, and now Barber's got himself injured because about 4 people have decided to basically smack him in the head at the same time. It's Gesicki or Parker. It's always them 2. They're the only 2 players that have come out of this looking decent. 2 looked good at the start, but then, well, the rest of the game happened. How did you drop that? How do they continue to drop these passes?
And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
At least Tua's gone over 200 yards. He's only thrown 1 interception. He's actually not done that bad. I just feel like the rest of the team has just been so poor. The offensive line has been good, to be fair. The rest of the offense has been absolutely dire. It would really help Gesicki if you actually went the right way. But it's fine, mate. No, we can't. Well, we can get a field goal, but we're miles away. Oh yeah, now we get an accurate kick. That's not going in. Oh, wow. Look at how much they battered us on the rushing yards. Red zone. Yeah, if that was 1 for 1, eh? Wonder what could have changed. So next week we've got the Rams away from home. Yeah, before then we might have to do something about this. Is it saying our defense is better than our offense? I mean, I suppose technically, yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Doesn't feel like it, though. At this point, I'll be kind of tempted to see what I can get for Tunsil. Put Heck back to a tackle, maybe? Well, you can already go there as a tackle, but have Heck as a tackle and just... It does mean we're a little bit short in that position, but finally got that offensive line sorted out. Could be a bit of a difficult season, but if we get through it... Big injury decision. Raekwon McMillan could potentially come back, but it's a high chance of re-injury. I just don't see the point. Well, we could potentially see Jerome Baker go up if we have a good game against the Rams, but that requires us to have a good game against the Rams. I can't see that happening. But until next time, I'll see you guys another time.